I'm sorry that we have a day delayed, but things usually don't happen as expected. But again, we're gonna dive into the world of Forex, and first of all, like every week, we're gonna see the calendar. We're gonna see what we are facing against this week, and do remember, week in particular is going to be kind of interesting because there's a lot of sentiment in the market. Not only from knowing that Japan actually won the to be the Olympic host for the 2020 Olympic Games, but also everything that's been going on the G20 talks the last weekend, and also um, the thing with Syria. We don't know how the U.S. is going to react on that situation, but again, um, those are the things that we have to be on the lookout for this week. Also, this week there's not too many news. Usually, after a week of news that we had like last week, usually there's not many movements. September is usually a month where there's some traffic, when there's some liquidity. We're coming down from August, coming from the summer vacations and things like that. A lot of institutions they get back in track. But at the middle of September, which is next week, then we start seeing some movement. Again, I'm going to stress out having strategy, having goals. If you don't have those things, if you really don't know what you are facing with the market, again, we are open to for the education part. That's one of the main reasons that we have become, and that's the reason the Art of Forex came to be. So our main goal is to give you the right education, the right tools, the right knowledge, the market analysis, how to get to the market analysis, and not only that, but create a community, uh, allow you to come as a trader, as an individual, as part of, and become part of one, in so that way we can actually come and do the same thing together. Now, to kick things this week, have some exciting news. We have the new phase of Art of Forex on the website. We just finished redoing this, the new phase of Art of Forex, and as you can see, then we have the weekly videos. You can actually leave us a comment and know the things that are. We have testimonials. We do have our Twitter feed, and we have some of the resources there. And again, dive in, visit us at the website, give us your comments. We redid this in order to also help you out, as also have another tool that you can actually come and visit us. But again, the main thing that we are actually seeing is our news. So let's go ahead and dive into the news. Right now it's Tuesday, and so Tuesday the 10th, and so we're gonna go ahead and start looking at Tuesday. Everything here, the way you read this economic calendar is kind of particular. When you have this heading here saying Sunday, September 8th, that doesn't mean that the news that follow are from Sunday. Actually, that means that everything it was before was Sundays. In from here, from this point on, it's Monday. So everything that is here is actually Monday, and then once we finish here, where it says Monday, usually is what actually Tuesday is. It's what we're seeing. So these are the news for today. For Tuesday, this was the thing that happened today on Tuesday. Well, today we had this Red Book Index um, for the U.S. and figures didn't came as expected on the Red Book Index. Um, but still, the U.S. actually is on the right track in economic wise. Now, 9 o'clock, we do have some sentiment today build up in a sense of this speech from President Obama. We should be out before 9 o'clock with our movements, and before that, because this is something that we don't have a base. Again, this is more of a sentimental movement, so we don't know what's actually going to happen. So when news like this actually happen, the best thing to do is not to be in the market, because the market can actually react in different ways. and you don't want to be in that situation because otherwise, I mean, the thing you're doing is basically just gambling. You're flipping the coin at trying to guess what direction is actually going to be, and you don't want to be you don't want to be in that market. Saying that, um, this is part of the strategy. This is part of your strategy, your personal strategy. Again, we can show you many different things, but at the end of the day, it's you that make the decision. It's you that make your goals. It's you that you put the different risk assessments that you want to that you want to have. And so it's you at the end of the day that you have to take the decisions. The only thing that we can do is actually make suggestions, and the only thing that we can do right now is it's just guide you and tell you what's the best thing to do in a medium and in short term periods. But at the end of the day, it's you and the analysis that you can bring in. Of course, we're gonna go and do analysis like what we're gonna do right now, and this is basically why we are here. So for the next of the week, for the rest of the week, we have tomorrow, which is Wednesday. We have some news coming out from England. The pound has been moving really good on the upside. We also have some news at 7 o'clock at the referring the dollar, which is low news. I mean, it's not very important. 11:30 we have Miles' speech, which is part of the Central Bank of England, and then at 2 o'clock we have the Congress voting for what military action they're going to take on Syria. So tomorrow, basically, there's going to be a lot of speculations. There's going to be a lot of investors just being on sidelines because of this. This will represent many things, and we do pray and hope so that, and we ask God that things don't go more than talks in, things. I understand that the things that happen in Syria are not humane, and they shouldn't happen. But again, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own things. I understand that the U.S. has a position for the world and around the world. So, I mean, hopefully this doesn't go too far and too long for all of this. But again, this is what's happening for Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, there's 8:30. There's news coming out from Australia, and then on Thursday we have the usual news coming out from Europe and also coming out from the U.S. At 8:30 we have the jobless claims. Um, in Then at 1 o'clock we had the bond and the 30-year bond auction and the 10-year bond auction as well. And then we had the budget statement at 2 o'clock. So again, those are the little things, but the unemployment claims are usually the one that actually gives better movements. So that's one. And then Friday, we don't actually have too much news on Friday. We do have some retail sales on at 8:30, and let's see what else at 8:30 do we have. 9:55 we have the consumer sentiment. So basically, where news we're gonna kick in is Friday, and that's where we should keep our eye on. Um, Thursday with unemployment claims as well. So right now we are actually seeing as positions we have the pound dollar long at this moment. We also have the pound yen long, and I'm gonna flip to the pound yen really quick just to show you. Um, and we're gonna talk about the pound yen and what it holds without without the news being some indicator that's coming out in about an hour. But for just get back this for the half an hour. Okay, for the 4 hours on the pound yen, what we're seeing is we have to see this. This is basically what we're seeing for the weekly. The pound yen has been going to the upside because of the strength that the dollar has been having against the yen. and also because of the strength that the pound has been having against the dollar. So we have an uptrend, again, an uptrend for the pound, and what we've seen are different positions. First of all, we are looking for small positions here on the 4 hours as first position, and I think that will come either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon around 156.98. That will be the first position to take long. It will come around here, and then the next position should be around this number, 155.85. That will be the other position to take long on the pound yen. Those two are positions during the week. It might take even the rest of the week to actually go there, but again, these things are just pointer suggestions according to the market as it is right now, Tuesday the 10th. We don't know what's going to happen with news coming out from President Obama, or the reaction tomorrow with the voting, the Congress voting for what military action they're going to take. So according to those things, this might change, and that's why seeing something in a matter of a week is really difficult. And do remember, if you've seen the 4 hours as a timeline for you to take some tradings, be very careful, be very light, because a week time there can be movements of 200, 300 pips, and so I mean you need to be advised beforehand on those things. That's the reason we take a fairly lean approach, because it allows us in a small period of time to actually have a reaction and to have some results right away. So going back to the half an hour, we are here in a half an hour. Right now, we took a position long at 88, and then we had to scale. And our exit point should be around 158.00. Again, this can change before news. So before 9 o'clock, we should be in 158.00 with the pound yen, especially because we have the pound dollar also heading north, and we have the dollar yen actually being positioned before the news coming out from the speech that President Obama is going to give tonight. Um, then we have some particular things with the euro yen, similar to what the pound yen, what the pound dollar is. So expect a good position on 132.26, and that's where a good position should be during the week. Again, this is a suggestion for the weekly position. Then going back to the main ones, which is the pound dollar, the euro dollar, the dollar yen, and the dollar Swiss franc, we are going to see an oversight. As I said, right now we are long on the pound dollar. The pound dollar should climb to about 157.40. 157.40 should be the target for the pound dollar in this moment. All of these movements, it take only a time of being valid until 9 o'clock today, because we have news. After that, things can go in different ways, especially depending on what the speech is going to be from the President of the United States. Now, for the week, what we're seeing for the week, well, pound dollar just broke the high again, and so we are seeing some movements to the high. And then after that, depending on where it actually hits, we do have a strong support in 157.70, and that we can see on a daily. You can see that this was the last time that the pound dollar actually came, and it's in 157.70. I think that it's going to test that support again. Depending on where it is, that might be if it breaks that support, the pound dollar will continue going up, and that's something that we're going to see during the week. Now we have been having good results coming out from England, so we should actually see that resistance the resistance point actually being tested out. Uh, Again, be careful because that's where it's heading. Also, the euro dollar is testing the 133 resistance, and we're going to put it on the 4 hours. Last time it actually came here was about almost a month ago, 2 months ago. So we're right now just bouncing into what's called a range market. It has come and tested out the range market, and then it came all the way here to 130, 131.00, and it hold it there, and now it's going up. Now with this, we can draw a small trend line, and then we do have some guidance lines right now in what it can be doing. But still, the euro dollar is on a range market, and the next step should be a little bit lower. But for the time being, and for news and for the sentiment that's going on in the market that we are, talking again over and over in this chapter in this week, we might see the euro dollar actually testing out the 134 again, and then from this point on, if it does again and it doesn't break and it holds it, then we're gonna see the lower part of the range, which is in 127.70. So just keep in mind those numbers, because those numbers are the ones that are going to guide us. Um, and so that's where we're standing right now. Dollar yen, as I mentioned last week, the dollar yen was going to try out the 100. It did. And so we're back into the 100 range, and we are on an uptrend, a very clear uptrend. Now, the only thing that is going to disrupt this uptrend is the news coming out today and tomorrow. Otherwise, the dollar yen should be climbing and should continue climbing. The best view that you can see the dollar yen is actually on the daily news, on the daily watch. And as you can see, we have been tracking the audience since actually a year from now. Last year we were here, and this year we are here. So as you can see, it has been climbing, climbing, climbing. Actually went all the way to 103, and then because of the speculations and news and things like that, it came down a little bit forward. But our trend line has it's still intact, so it might go higher again, which is the dollar yen. So this is what might take about maybe a month or two. Remember, when you see it daily, it's moments that take in consideration about between a month time or about 2 months. So just doing a quick overview of the different pairs that we do see, and actually how it's going to react with news. And that's where we're standing right now. Dollar Swiss franc is still very paired to it's mimicking what the euro dollar is doing. So whatever it is, I mean the dollar Swiss franc actually hasn't been able to make that mimic, as I mentioned. Um, once everything just settles and everything just goes back to being normal again on the market, and then we're going to see the dollar Swiss franc actually getting their own movements and being more independent of the euro dollar. So for now we're at a position we should we're going to continue actually informing you how these events are actually going to evolve, and hopefully, as I said, before 9 o'clock we have some good results, and we will take it from there. Tuesday night. Okay. We just heard an hour and a half ago about President Obama's speech. Um, and with that speech, we saw a market moving uh, different ways. We saw the dollar yen, the pound yen, and the euro yen. Everything has to do with the yen actually going to the upside. We were expecting something like that. If he would have said the other thing, we would have expected the yen to actually go into the downside. Um, Again, our thoughts and prayers are for any type of agreement and way to fix things besides doing and going to war on actually doing any uh, armed force type of things. But going back to what we said before in the in this live training session, one of the things that you have to do always is be prepared for different things like this. Be prepared for different events that they're going to happen with news and things like that. Because if you're not prepared, you might see news in a different way, and news might get you in the wrong step, and then you don't actually know what to do. You don't have a plan to do, and then there's a panic. Panic usually comes when you don't know, when you don't have a plan, and that's where it gets that greed, that I'm no better, I know that I'm right attitude, and that's where it gets you killed. Just for you to guys to see, I actually did a little bit more than the 1%. I almost came into 1.5% from the account that I'm managing, and also my money manager account. I actually got into 2.1, 2.2% of the account for all of the ones that I'm managing. The difference between one and the other is actually the spread, and actually the spread does do uh, in a different way on your account. That being said, again, the main thing to do is to understand what the market is doing, understand what the market is reacting to, and also understand that you need to do a market analysis before jumping into this market. Uh, any type of market in the industry, if you don't do a market analysis, it's better to just go and play casino. Go to a casino place. You're gonna have fun. You might just relax, enjoy, meet new people, things like that. This is a career. This is something for the people that want to make a living out of this. This is something that if you want to create your own time, your own schedule, and you want to see your money actually working for you, this is why Forex is, and this is why Art of Forex is to be, because we want to guide you in that career. We want to guide you and help you out and make you a member of this community, so that way you can grow and evolve and succeed on this. So again, um, we hit our targets. We mentioned about the news. We actually got our goals. This is only one session. This is the night session. This also includes the day session. And today on the day session, I actually got in about 0.7%. So basically, for the whole day, I did 2.3%, which is basically where we want to be. So again, if you want to know more about us, give us a shout, send us an email, put a comment on our YouTube channel, send us a request if you want to be part of the live trading session. Remember, the difference between any other live trading sessions and this live trading session is that we do a market analysis and we suggest entry and exit points. Now, I want to specify and I want to clarify on this. These are suggestions, but we are doing the entry and exit points at the same time. I can actually show you. I'm just going to back into the window where I have my tradings. I can actually show you that we do it this exact date. As you can see, no, September 10th, September 10th. You can see the hours of entry and hours of exits, and so we did it in about 2.5 hours, which is usually what the time that we take to actually do a trading session and to actually get into our goal, which is around 2%. I'm close to the 2% right now on my account here. So again, we we do this every day, every morning throughout the month. So if you want to participate in one of our free live trading sessions, please send us an email. Ask us if how to get in. I can send you the password. We can send you the password with the identifier code, so you can actually log in, do the marketing analysis with us. Um, Participate in the live trading session and also do money with us as well. So again, I want to say thank you for your participation. If you want to know more, go to artofforex.org. That's the website, artofforex.org, or here on the YouTube channel, or send us an email as well. I appreciate your time, and you have a great night. Uh, See you next week.